Dude, I've been listening to Owl City. I want to do a music video.
Every week you disappoint me.
I want to do
further.
I want to do a music video that's like Meet the Gizbots, and it's like 90s, like, you know, a Beastie Boys.
I'm Gizbot number 3, and I'm here to say I have the gun, so fucking stay away.
It's like an Owl City song where it's like, leave my door open just a crack, boop boop boopy doop doop doop, and shows one of them, and it's like Zibbit the gangster, and it's like,
that's good. You want to do Boys 12?
Yeah, it's Boys 12, exactly. It's like all those, but then they get increasingly like weirder, where it's like, oh, Zebo, the bad boy, Zibbit, the felon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Boop Bop, the child sex offender.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know if he should be living in the house with us. I don't know the age of some of these Gizbots.
Boys 12, that's American Dad, right?
Oh yeah,
dude. Growing up is realizing that American Dad is vastly better
than Family Guy. Yeah. Oh,
Seth
Seth MacFarlane put his whole McPussy into American Dad, dude. Also, Steve has pipes.
Yeah.
Absolute pipes.
That's great.
I like where you're going with the Gizbot idea. I really do. But instead, I say we go with my idea, which is way better and cooler, which is that we just basically recreate 9, but with the Gizbots.
That's a stellar idea.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're all different shapes and sizes, and one's the big one, and one's the sad one, and one's got the sewing needle.
Yeah, and one's the child sex offender.
And one's the child sex offender. They cut him out early. Thank God. Yeah, it was produced by Harvey Weinstein. Though,
yeah.
So that was a weird that they made that choice.
I'm kind of maybe gonna do that. Did I tell you about? I'll show you. Not with the Gizbots because they can't really move. There's a dude I met at Brando's.
Maybe.
Huh?
Power of animation, maybe.
Well, no, but they have to. I know they don't move on their own.
Do a little stop motion.
Edging.
I got 3-4 years to fucking tinker a little thing around for, you know.
There's a guy I met at Brando Sandokan.
Naturally. That
makes these like little wood creature guys with a bell. They're all bell based.
Interesting.
And I was chatting him up, and I was like, what do you want to do with these? And he was like, I want to do stop motion animation. And I was like, Dorg, hit me up.
9 was fully animated, right?
Yeah, that's not stop motion. Here, they're like...
By the way, quick caveat, if you're like, wow, Nick sounds like shit, it's because I'm very sick.
You sound good.
I feel as though I don't. Oh!
What's your lozenge of choice? You a Halls guy?
Right now, I'm sucking on Ricolas, and this is not my lozenge of choice by any means. I'm more of like a... Halls has these honey-filled ones where you suck on it and then you get down to like, they have like medicated honey in the middle. It's supposed to like soothe your throat. Those, elite. Back when I was streaming and making content simultaneously, I was sucking down a bag of Halls a week, dude. And it like burnt a hole in my stomach. Like it was bad.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
No.
Not to eat that many. And it sucks because the ones that taste good don't work.
No.
You know, you can't get like the actual cherry ones.
Burn, dude.
Yeah. I was guzzling them on the Anime IRL shoot last week.
Yeah.
Which probably resulted in you getting sick.
Yeah, I think I'm just sick. I don't know. Like, so by the way, guys, me and Danny are in LA. A little fire update. I'm about 5 miles south of the fire. Air quality hasn't been great, if we're being real. And so I'm either sick because I went out. I've been outside a couple of times, you know, not masked up because I don't believe in the fucking DEI woke media trying to tell me that I'm getting thunder cucked by fucking cumulus noculus clouds or whatever.
That's a classic DEI side effect. Making you wear a mask.
Well, listen, if LAFD's fucking chief in command wasn't a DEI hire, maybe the air quality would be better. Dan,
have you seen our governor?
Who's just not here?
Well,
oh no, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the
look.
Who's the person in charge of LA?
The woman?
Yeah, but she's...
I don't know what her job...
No.
She's a mayor.
Mayor.
Yeah, mayor, yeah.
She left.
She's back.
Yeah.
Governor Newsom, I don't know a damn thing about his policies. I don't know a damn thing about him. I do know. That's a fucking suave guy.
You want to know something real weird about Gavin, the fucking president of California, Newsom?
Yeah.
He's got a podcast called Politicking, and he does it with Marshawn Lynch.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Former Seattle Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch and Gavin Newsom have a podcast called Politicking where they talk about politics.
Whoa.
Yep.
That sounds hype. They got good voices. Marshawn Lynch is very funny.
Yes, he is.
Gavin Newsom's just got a great voice. He's like a Matthew McConaughey dude. He's walking around with sunglasses on.
Yeah. He's probably who the Democrats are going to run for president in 4 years.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yes.
So hopefully he's cool.
Yeah, he's like kind of like... like big tech. He's like if the left leaning was like big tech coded. So he's not like like he's a centrist in every other country pretty much, but like here he's vastly liberal because he thinks people should breathe.
Right.
And so anyways, outside of politics here, Danny had to go to San Diego for a little bit. That's why we're actually recording a little bit later than we would have liked to. Danny is now back. He's like his area was surrounded by a bunch of fires. They were afraid they weren't gonna be able to get out, so they went down to San Diego for a little bit. And we're chilling. I haven't had to do anything. I haven't lost power. I'm getting lib cucked by the air, but that's about it.
Yeah, we got incredibly lucky, but it was looking like we were getting absolutely surrounded by fires.
You were like, we got to make a tactical retreat.
Yeah.
Because they started closing like exit routes to get out of where you live.
Yeah.
And you were like, there's one way out and I'm taking it.
Yeah, so it's been tough for sure. But this is going to be cold open the podcast.
Yeah, a lot has gone on in Danny's life recently, none of which good.
No one believes in me.
Yeah.
No one has any
TikTok,
faith
not
in
your
me.
Father.
No. What do you want to start with? My father or TikTok?
What do you want to start with? It's your story.
Let's do the father. My dad texted me yesterday at 4 p.m.
There's never good stories about Danny's fathers on this podcast. It's never, I mean, listen, this is basically Fatherless, the podcast, if we're being real. I don't think either of us ever comes on here and wax poetic about our fathers.
If you remember the last time I brought up my dad, it was when he sent me a screenshot of me and when Danny, I couldn't help but notice it looked like you were trying out a Hitler mustache in one of your videos.
Yep.
Might I suggest these alternative mustaches? I've never done that.
Your father talks to you like a boss talking to an intern. Like if your father didn't make you, I wouldn't say you two were related. Like I think we might need to fact check it, honestly.
My dad goes, Danny, your mom told me you may be stepping into a boxing ring against Nick, who trains as a boxer.
Fucking right.
Already false info. You haven't
done it in a decade.
You haven't done it in years.
Yeah.
I know you said that you'll be wearing headgear. What about walking that back and challenging him to a 5K run? To which you said, I have a higher chance of beating you in a boxing match.
You have a much higher chance of beating me in a boxing match than you do in beating me in a 5K. Like it would not be close.
The way I would rather do a bare knuckle, no headgear boxing match against you than run a single kilometer.
Exactly.
It would be a lot less dangerous and, to the contrary, something that would promote both of your health in the process.
Yes. Because you don't have to train to get in boxing shape or anything, right?
You make your living using your wits and brains. To put that in jeopardy, even with headgear, isn't a wise move. And he blows to your head, and then the dangers of concussions.
And then the entire concussion movie with Will Smith, fucking typography into text.
Yada, yada, yada. You could die, blah, blah, blah. You could promote yourself with such an event while also setting a much better example for your followers. Training as a boxer is one thing. It could be a great workout, yada, yada, yada. You could break your limbs. With all due respect, actually trading blows to the head is one of the dumbest activities anyone can participate in.
Good. What kind of Italian father doesn't like fucking boxing, dog?
Well, it's funny because my dad is on his my dad arced when I was born, which is really obnoxious for me.
Mind you, at like 55.
Yeah.
That is infinity years old.
My dad used to do LSD. He used to be really into boxing. Him and his friends wrestled a bear once at a circus.
That's sick as hell.
And now my dad's all learn from my mistakes, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, at the end of the text, he goes, you could come up with something silly or interesting that isn't a threat to your health or well-being. A hot dog eating contest. A swimming race.
I would recommend you're in more danger in a hot dog eating contest than in a recreational boxing match. Papa, I ate 60 hot dogs. My intestinal lining burst.
I'll die sooner being Joey Chestnut than I will Mayweather.
Nitrates down your gullet.
A swimming race. Doing impressions. Who does the best stand-up?
Hey, sorry sold out crowd of MSG. We were gonna box, but instead, have you heard of my Italian? It's what the fuck is going on here?
I'd argue doing an impressions off is more harmful to my well-being.
100%. Ooh, didn't like that one. What about my Obama?
What about my Harriet Tubman?
Every black person in the crowd is like, all right, no, we are going to fight him. Fuck it.
Tubman's a little dicey. Rosa Parks, then.
No.
That's all I have.
Nah, all sit.
Yeah, all I have are influential black women of history.
And then you responded.
And then I was like, I appreciate your concern, but I promise I'll be fine. It's to knockdowns, not knockout. Plus, Nick isn't going to concuss me. He's not going to go all out. Nobody wants anyone to get seriously hurt, which is why we're doing headgear and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my dad doubles down and goes, this guy trains as a boxer. You don't. Neither do you, Nick.
Yeah. Nope. Simply do not. I'm running nowadays.
Not that I would condone it, even if you did. What do you even know about boxing? If he didn't take it easy on you, he would take you out in probably 30 seconds.
Yeah, of course.
If Nick has no fans in his boxing career, my father is dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, your dad is so proud of my fucking 11-5 amateur record. Like,
the way my dad is going to bet on you, I hope he doesn't hold any animus or jealousy towards you because he could choose to punish you physically.
I love the idea that I'm just like, like one, that this wasn't your idea.
Yeah.
2, that I hadn't tried to talk you out of it more times than your father. And 3, that like from the background, I was like, thank God I finally get to beat the funny out of Danny.
You're just gonna like Richard's trying to pull you off. You throw him away. You keep going.
I haven't been his ear off yet.
Yeah. And then he goes, actually, I would lose respect for Nick if he stepped into the ring with a total novice.
Dope. I didn't know I had respect from your father to begin with.
I know. Anyway, so that's that.
Yep. By the way, while I was I gave all these messages over to Dorothy so she could read them and also laugh along with me. And she was like, "You are going to go easy on him, right?" And I was like, I maybe. Like if Danny's fucking limping in there like it's Rocky 1 and I'm just like power punching him, like I'll probably slow down a little bit, but like.
And then I yelled at my mom because I texted her. I was like, "Why did you tell Dad?"
Snitch.
I was like, "Why did you tell Dad I'm boxing Nick?"
Yep.
And then now, as she's hearing this bit, 10 minutes ago, she texted me, "I love you so much, Daniel. So proud of you always."
And that's why we're a big mom podcast.
It's her fault.
Yep.
So now I'm in trouble for this. I love
Karen. You divorced the man. Why are you still talking to him? Come on.
Here's the protection I have in the boxing ring.
Yep.
The headgear. Obviously, it's not like perfect.
The crowd booing once Danny's like fucking bleeding out of his mouth and he's getting up. They're like, please stay down. Danny's like, no, I got it. I'm gonna get him in the next round of debate. Trust.
That's what I'm saying. I have the headgear. I have my family and your family in all of our comments looking at you and being like, don't be a dick.
I love that I'm like some fucking bear that needs to be caged in this situation. Like I'm not like just 30 pounds heavier than you and boxed 10 years ago.
I love how it's like you're gonna get one hit on me and Richard's like put him down and just snipers take you out.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking like you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna rise me out like it's Gladiator 1 and I'm like holding a stomach wound. You're gonna like dropping a knife. You're like, all right, it's even now, motherfucker.
God, yeah. I love how everyone's like rooting for me to win and rooting for you to take a dive because they don't think I'll win.
Third round, you're just gonna be like, I ain't hear no bell, and you're gonna hit me with like the most like exhausted punch. I'm like,
just go flying over the ropes.
There's like a rope connected to my waist, and they just fucking yank me out.
Yeah,
that's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good time for all.
I'm so excited for like my fantasy. The way this goes down is I go out, I do a 30 minutes, 40 minutes top WWE entrance.
Yeah.
I got an 80-pound coat.
Yeah.
I take it off. I've gained no weight.
Yeah.
And
you're like Hulk Hogan trying to rip off his Real American Beer t-shirt.
It's like I'm like 3 loops into my entrance song when I turn around and then I wake up in the hospital.
You know, my dream scenario is exactly all that. You're in a little Tykes like truck rolling out. It's like got huge rims. It's like bouncing and shit. And then while you're like super stoked. You try to jump over the ropes into the ring, catch your ankle, knock yourself out cold on the mat.
Just my spine snaps. I'm paralyzed for
and
life.
Everybody starts booing me for some reason. Like, why'd you let him do it, Nick?
It's like SpongeBob walking in the salty spittoon and slipping on the ice.
Exactly that.